你好。
你好。
I'm very excited to be here. Thank you to the organizers for asking me to present.
非常高兴今天能来到这里，也感谢就是今天邀请我来到这里参加这个活动。
I have worked for 40 years in the area of autism, and I have worked at the university for 30 of those 40 years, the last 10 years doing research and training throughout the world.
我在自闭症领域的这个工作呢，已经从事了40年。那么在过去的30多年呢，我也在大学里面去进行这个自闭症的一个研究。
Today I still love working with the children, and in fact last week I was in Guangzhou working in the classrooms and working with children at the OST Star Center in Guangzhou.
那么在过去的一个星期呢，我在东方琴广州中心跟孩子们一起在课堂上去看他们怎么进行去上课。
And this week I will be in Beijing working here with children and parents and trying to help children and the staff implement effective practices.
那么现在我来到了东方琴的北京中心，那么在这里的话呢，也会跟孩子们一起上课，然后指导老师怎么样把课堂进行得更有趣。
I am the lead author of the STAR program and the LINKS curriculum.
我是这个 STAR 课程和 LINKS 课程的这个主要的作者。
And we're still developing and localizing the LINKS and STAR system here in China.
那么我们现在呢，依然在把这个 STAR 和 LINKS 的课程本土化，就是把它汉化成中文。
Sally talked about characteristics of children with autism, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the evidence-based practices and a comprehensive program for children.
那么刚才呢，Sally 女士介绍了自闭症的一些特征，接下来呢，我会跟大家介绍关于这个自闭症训练的循证实践。
We have some critical long-term goals for the kids. We're kind of shooting for these long-term goals. And one of them is for the kids to learn to communicate, and another for the kids to be independent and more independent in their daily lives.
那么我们要给孩子去设立一些长期的这个目标，比如说关注他的一个沟通的能力以及他的独立性。
While communication and independence are important, we also have many others that you can see here on the slides.
除了这个沟通能力的提升和独立性的一个提升呢，还有其他方面我们也会关注并给予训练。
Children with autism have a variety of learning difficulties, and Sally talked a lot about this, and that all kids are unique. Every child, if you met one child with autism, you've only met one child with autism.
那么刚才Sally女士也介绍了，就是自闭症的孩子呢，他有一些就是学习上面的弱项，也有一些特点。那么我们要知道的是，每一个自闭症儿童都是独一无二的。
Autism is a spectrum disorder.
自闭症是一个谱系障碍。
And children are across that whole developmental spectrum. We have children at the very beginning, middle, and end of that whole developmental spectrum. But all children can learn.
自闭症是一个谱系障碍，那么孩子的能力也无所不同，有的处在一个基础的阶段，有的能力比较高。
We sometimes have to change the way we teach for the children to learn.
那么孩子们呢也是可以学习的，但是有的时候我们需要改变一些教学的方式，去促进他们学习。
So we use the evidence-based strategies supported by the research and the appropriate curriculum content to make sure that we're teaching children in the right way and that progress happens.
所以呢，我们要用这个基于研究的这些循证实践，去提供教学，然后提高孩子们的能力。
So research has identified 7 components that I wanted to share with you today.
基于研究有7大组成，那么今天的话呢，我会主要介绍其中的几个。
The first 2 are sufficient intensity and the importance of early intervention.
那么第一个组成呢，就是首先训练要有足够的这个强度。
What I have found in my research and others have found is that children with autism need a consistent, long-term program. We need to have more hours of instruction, and it needs to be many days of the week.
那么在我和其他的一些做出的这个学者做出的研究当中，都证明的话， 个持续性的长期的一个训练计划。
Autism is identified through a series of behavioral checklists and diagnosis, and it's also treated behaviorally. So we need to be treating every day.
那么自闭症是通过一些行为上的表现及特征去进行诊断的，所以它的训练也是基于一些行为的干预去进行训练。
So one thing unique about the centers we're trying to establish in China is that they have more intensity and more hours of instruction using the evidence-based practices.
所以的话呢，在中心里面会用一些就是一系列有足够强度的这个课程去给孩子提供训练。
Along with the work that Sally's doing, we're doing a lot of staff training to train the staff in the evidence-based practices and specifically working on the curriculum.
那么跟Sally女士刚才提到的一样，我们也同时在做很多的员工培训，去确保在实施过程中的准确性和它的系统化。
We do a comprehensive assessment so that we can match the children to the children's learning characteristics to the instruction.
我们会有一个综合的评估，那么以确保我们制定的学习计划呢是跟学习者他的特点相匹配的。
We need to have appropriate curriculum content. There's the strategies you teach, but there's also the content. And the content has to lead to something appropriate and functional for the child.
我们还要选取恰当正确的课程内容去进行教学，那么结合一些教学策略，去把这个适合孩子的一个课程内容进行训练。
And then we need family involvement and parent education. We need everyone involved to make a change in our children.
同时呢，也需要家庭的一个参与，所以会提供家长培训，让家庭成员都参与进来。
So now I'm going to talk a little bit more about the evidence-based practices so you get a better feeling or understanding of those.
那么接下来呢，我会进一步介绍什么是循证实践。
Can they change the
好，
slide?
请翻到下一页。
So in the United States, we have an organization called the National Autism Center.
那么在美国呢，有一个国家自闭症中心。
The National Autism Center has put out this book that's called the National Standards Report, and they have identified the evidence-based practices that are effective for children with autism.
那么这个中心的话呢，出了一个就是准则，那么它是去针对自闭症的孩子出台的。
We also have another national organization called the National Professional Development Center, and they have also put out a series of books on evidence-based practices.
那么同时呢，也有一系列的这个书籍和研究的这个学术性的文章，都是针对于自闭症的。
And then the two centers work together to collaborate and describe the best evidence-based practices available today.
那么这里展现的两份文献的话呢，他们都是提供了一些数据去证明什么叫做循证实践。
They analyzed research studies from around the world and identified 14 evidence-based practices. And we try and use those practices in our work with children with autism.
那么在全球的这个关于自闭症的这个研究当中呢，提出了将近40多种的这样的一个研究方法。
So these are some examples of the evidence-based practices. Probably the most important is a comprehensive behavioral program.
那么这里举一些循证实践的例子，其中有一个比较重要的是这个儿童综合行为治疗。
Because none of these are typically affected by themselves with every child. We need to match the child to the strategy and make sure we're teaching effectively.
那么针对这些策略的话呢，我们要与孩子的一个特征相匹配的去使用这些教学的方法。
So a comprehensive behavioral treatment program might include something called discrete trial training, behavioral interventions, pivotal response training.
那么在这个综合行为治疗里面呢，就包括了任务分解训练法，然后还有这个关键反应训练法的。
They found that children need a schedule. They need to know when they're supposed to do something and what they're supposed to do, and that schedules really help children with independence.
研究也发现呢，孩子们需要一些日程的提示，去告诉他们现在要做什么，接下来要做什么。
And we need to promote independence with self-management skills.
同时呢，也需要提高这个自我管理的能力，也就是独立性的一个提高。
Modeling and imitation very important because A child can't go to school and learn from other children if he can't model or imitate.
在训练当中，这个示范和模仿都是非常重要的，因为只有孩子具备了这个模仿的能力，他才能更好的从学校当中学习。
So if the children can learn to imitate and they can model other children at school, then they will learn more skills and our practice will be more effective.
当孩子能够模仿以后呢，他就能从同龄人身上去学习更多的东西。
Parent training also important because the parents have the children many more hours than we have at school, and we can all work together to make more success.
家长的培训也很重要，因为家长跟孩子们相处的时间是最多的，所以呢也需要参与到这个训练当中。
And some children benefit from stories and story-based intervention. Some children benefit from something called video modeling, learning from videos.
那么有一些孩子呢很喜欢故事，还有一些很喜欢一些视频，他们都能从中去进行学习。
The first practice I want to tell you a little bit more about is discrete trial training. We use that to teach receptive language, so the children can understand what we're saying.
首先要介绍的是这个任务这个行为分解法。那么它关注的是孩子的一个接收性语言的能力提升。
Some more complex expressive language where the children have to answer questions and ask questions.
也包括了就是表达性语言里面如何去回应一些问句这方面的内容。
And academic skills.
还有就是孩子的一个学习能力。
This little boy here, his name is Timmy, and I started working with Timmy when he was 3 years old. And when I started working with him, he was nonverbal. He had very poor attending skills. He didn't understand what we were saying, and he had problem behaviors.
那么这个小朋友呢叫 Timmy， 我第一次见他的时候他才3岁，那么这个时候呢他还是处于一个语言前的阶段，那么活动的一个参与性也比较低。
And in this photograph here, Timmy is doing a discrete trial lesson to learn that pictures represent objects.
在这幅图展现的呢，就是老师运用任务分解训练法这种策略，教 Timmy 去认识这个图片，它代表的是一个物件，所以呢，把这个物件跟图片去进行配对。
So then we can use pictures to give children information so they understand more. If they understand that pictures represent objects, then we can use them as visual supports to teach.
当孩子知道了就是这个图片代表一定的物品之后呢，我们可以更好的利用图片去进行教学。
So this is just one of the 130 skills that we're teaching with discrete trial.
那么这个是
in a continuum of skills.
对，那么这个呢是130多节课当中的其中一门课。
This is Timmy doing a lesson to teach him to talk and to do play and social skills.
这个图片呢展示的是我们去教 Timmy 怎么样去进行游戏。
We're using a strategy called pivotal response training to teach him to communicate. And so he's going to get into this tub here and take out a toy, and we're going to get him to make a sound or an imitation to get the toy.
在这里呢，我们运用的是这个关键反应训练法。那么让 Timmy 发出一些声音，然后呢才打开这个箱子，从里面拿出玩具给他。
And then we're going to teach him to play with the toy.
然后呢，在他发出声音以后，我们还要教他怎么去玩这个玩具。
We're also teaching the children routines. We found that routines are very important because they happen at school and at home, and throughout our whole life we all do routines.
同时呢，我们也会教 Timmy 一些日常的功能性活动，因为这些日常的活动呢，不管是在家庭还是在学校，都是非常重要的。
So Timmy is arriving at school at his classroom, but he doesn't know how to take off his coat or where to hang it up. So we have to teach him that skill.
在这幅图展示的呢是 Timmy 到达了学校，但是呢这个时候他不知道怎么样去脱掉外套，他不知道应该怎么做。
So he will practice many routines during the day: arrival, transition between activities, mealtime, listening to the teacher, many different activities, small group.
所以呢，在这个过程当中呢，我们会不断的教 Timmy 一些日常性的功能活动，包括了到达的时间应该怎么做，然后怎么样进行活动之间的转换，如何呢更好的聆听老师的一个话，还有就是一些小组以及其他围坐的活动。
And those routines happen at home too. There's going to be meal time at home and bathroom time and changing clothes time and transition time and departure and arrival at home. And so we're going to have Timmy practice those routines at home as well.
那么这些内容在家里呢也是会涉及到的，比如说晚餐的时间，怎么样使用洗手间，怎么样换衣服，所以这个日常功能性的活动呢是贯穿在我们的日常生活里面。
So for it to be an effective curriculum or effective program, we have to monitor progress. We have to see if the kids are making progress.
在课程当中呢，我们也需要去收集一些数据，跟进孩子的进步情况。
So this is an example of some of the children and the progress that they're making in all of those curriculum areas I talked about: receptive language, expressive language, pre-academics.
那么这里展示的图表呢，就是一些孩子他们在接受训练以后，在理解性语言、表达性语言、学前概念这几个方面他的进步。
Spontaneous language and play and social skills.
还有就是自发性语言的能力和游戏、社交技巧方面的进步。
And we're monitoring their progress on a continuous basis so we can change the program, change the lessons if we need to.
那么我们会定期的去跟进孩子的变化情况，然后及时的调整应该去教学的课程。
And this was Timmy about 2 years later. So we worked with Timmy for about 2.5 years. This is 2 years later, and he had made very amazing progress. He learned many skills. He learned to talk, to understand language, to ask questions, to answer questions.
那么这个是 Timmy 呢，他2年之后的一个情况。一共呢，我们是给 Timmy 做了2年半的一个训练。那么在这个时候呢，他已经具备了更高能力的这个表达的能力包括提出问题、回答问题，还有一些复杂的游戏技巧等。
And at age 5, he went to school, typical primary school, with some support, like Edward was talking about in his talk.
那么在 Timmy 5岁的时候呢，他就去了当地的这个小学。那么在学校当中呢，有一些辅助，那么给他去再更好的融入学校。
And Timmy made rapid progress. Not all children make that fast of progress, but they make progress that's good for them. Every child makes progress that's nice progress for their particular situation.
那么每一个小朋友呢都会有进步，在不同的方面都会有进步。有的可能像 Timmy 一样，有的呢会在他自己的一个不同的方面，自身的不同方面都取得进步。
So to make this work, we have to train staff. As Sally was talking about, we have to have qualified staff. And we've been working with many of the speech assistants at OST, and they have been doing an excellent job, and we've been training them to implement the STAR and LINK system so that our kids make lots of nice progress, and they are trained to fidelity.
那么为了保证这个教学的一个效果呢，就需要很系统化的人工培训，那么去保证老师们在授课当中他实施的一个准确性，包括它的系统性。
Because the research on the strategies is based on the staff implementing the program with fidelity.
因为呢，刚才说的这一些循证的实践，它之所以有效，是因为这些策略、教学的方法都是正确的被实践出来的。
So we've been doing workshops with staff, on-site coaching, and follow-up.
所以呢，我们会进行一系列的培训，包括了这个现场的一个教学、研讨会以及临床的跟进和指导。
And this week in Beijing, we're doing some follow-up work with the staff.
所以这一次我来到北京呢，也是要去做这一系列的跟进的指导和培训。
Of course, we also need family involvement and parent education. And we're always working to identify ways to help families and give them the information they need.
同时呢，我们还需要进行这个家长的培训，然后呢，将家长需要的在家里能够去做的这些信息传递给家长。
So, STAR Autism Support, myself and many of our trainers have been working around the world in many different locations. We work throughout the United States in thousands of schools. We have been working in China here in many different cities, in Canada. We have some programs we're working in Australia and Puerto Rico and many other places to try and implement the evidence-based practices.
那么我们机构的话呢，也在国际上有很多的一个合作。在美国的话，有上千所的机构跟我们建立了合作。在中国呢，也有一些中心去进行这个课程，包括了加拿大、澳大利亚等等的地区。
These are some of our friends in Puerto Rico and OST.
下面那幅图片呢，展示的是就是我们在 Puerto Rico 这个地方的一些合作伙伴，还有左边那幅图是东方起因的一些老师的合照。
Whoops. I need that last slide back.
回到最后一页。
So we're working throughout China, and we're working to localize the curriculum to China so that it's culturally appropriate and focused on the needs of the children in China.
我们现在正在做的呢，就是把这个课程在中国去本土化，然后呢，确保它在中国有效的去实施出来。
And through our collaboration with OST, we hope to bring much success to the children in China and to you as parents. Thank you. 谢谢。
我希望就是在跟东方起因的合作当中呢，能够把这个课程带给更多的这个家庭，帮助到更多的孩子。谢谢。